So this is the last part. There's 3 quests today. Part 17, 18, and 19. And 19 is the final. So we got to go place a Wi-Fi camera to watch the sliding gate in the supply warehouse on reserve. Place where you have to actually like place the objectives are packed. Like we're gonna run into players, so we're gonna kit out for reserve. I'm probably gonna rock like an M4, not the SR25, and be ready for some CQB. Because if it's in the supply warehouse on reserve, that's down in the bunkers in the hermetic bunker, and so there is some range down there, but there's hard cover that you can work off of to take it to CQB. So I'm gonna rock probably an M4, and it's tough to see down there too. So hopefully we get a good spawn and get down there immediately. Otherwise, we're gonna have to slow play it. We got to place a Wi-Fi camera to watch the sliding gate in the supply warehouse on reserve. That's the easy part. Then we have to get 10 of the Obdobolos in stims, Obdobolos of Truth injectors that spawn on the weird scavs. That one, I think, is going to be easiest to be done on Lighthouse at the small village, or the sunken village in between the USAC camp and the main village. The ones on Shoreline, they're difficult to loot. You can get the kills on them, but they're so out in the open that it makes it really difficult to actually get the loot. So I feel like it's going to be a lot easier to be done on Lighthouse, especially if you get a good spawn. If you don't get a good spawn on Lighthouse, like the Southern Road spawn or the one outside the pier, might be best just to reset, because by the time you make it to that island, the scavs are probably going to be dead, and or someone's going to be camping up on the mountain overwatching it. So we're going to play Lighthouse for that one and rock an SR25 with a long range scope, probably the Voodoo, and that way we can hopefully get that done pretty quickly. But the Abdullah stims don't hard spawn on the weird scavs. There might be 1 or 2, but they don't spawn every single time on them. So it's going to take quite a few raids to get that done. So this is part 18. Eliminate raiders while equipped with RAF uniform and weapons. This is basically the Russian gear again. So AK series weapons, or any of the 6B armors, or the redut armors. Yeah, any of the Russian styled gear. And then we have to eliminate any target during nighttime on Shoreline in 1 raid. So 7 kills on Shoreline nighttime. And any target, so I'm guessing AI scav, player scav, PMC, the goons, or Sanitar. So, and then the final reward, inventory slot lines and stash. So the rows, get 2 extra rows, and it's permanent. It is permanent. So extremely good reward. Probably the best reward out of any quest they've ever done. It is the best reward out of any quest they've done. It's because it's permanent. And so we're gonna work for that, and then we're gonna get an additional 2 rows for the leaderboard. So by the end of this wipe, I'm gonna have 4 extra rows permanently added to my account. But we have to eliminate any target during nighttime on Shoreline. I think I'm gonna be rocking thermals on this one, just because the Reap IR is gonna make that a whole lot easier to spot out enemies. Otherwise, I'd rock night vision goggles. Maybe actually not, just because nighttime Shoreline, depending on the weather, it's actually pretty easy to see. If it's not rainy and it's a full moon, it's a lot easier to see on the nighttime Shoreline. Initial equipment with the flare, you know, I'm not entirely sure. I'm guessing just to be able to see. I'm not entirely sure what the initial equipment is with this. So yeah, I mean, as far as the objectives go, it's just killing any targets at nighttime. So then yesterday's ones were pretty fun. Had to eliminate any target while using a VSS in the car dealership area on streets. It was kind of glitched to where you could kill scavs pretty much anywhere on streets. Like the basement of Concordia worked, the construction area worked, convoy, the scavs that spawned by the playground in between check building and post office worked. I believe the scavs over in the marked room area worked. So it was a little scuffed, but yeah, basically you just had to kill 30 scavs. And then as soon as you killed 30 scavs, the next part of this unlocked, where you had to plant Sanitar's bag at the Lexus dealership. You had to have the Lexus key. The next part after that one from yesterday was you had to get the encoded intel part 1 and part 2 on Woods. They spawn in the same spot in the bunker, and then go to labs and plant in the manager's office. and then go to Lighthouse and Planet of the Chalet, which that one wasn't too bad as long as you didn't run into people on labs. The Lighthouse one was easier depending on the spawn, but the labs one, managers, is like right in the middle of the map, so that you had to be pretty sneaky for that one. But yeah, we're actually to the end of the quest line. 2 extra rows permanently added to the stash. I'm excited for it. We're gonna get it done hopefully first try here. Let's go in and accept the new quest. Guessing it's from, yeah, I was wrong. I was guessing it's from Fence, but okay, so you can accept all of them at the same time pretty much. 16, 17, 18. I knew I should have kept them. Oh, and they have to be found in raids, so you actually have to survive with it. That's a big one. You have to survive. So we'll start with the obstims. Let's go do that first. That is part 16. So we're gonna go get 9 more Obdobolos instims. Wonder if nighttime is gonna be easier to get this done on, or if that's gonna be even more contested. Is everyone having the same thing, same thought process? It's not the last day to get it done. It's not the last day to get it done. You will have more days. Today's just the last day of them adding in event quests. I don't think it's pre-wipe. I think this is just the regular like event quest line. I don't think that this is like leading into wipe or anything like that. I think we're still gonna have our normal pre-wipe events where the different events stack up on top of each other. You know, like all the scavs will be raiders, or all the items on the vendors will be 1 ruble. The labs will be free. All that stuff. I think that normal pre-wipe events will still happen. So I don't think that this is pre-wipe by any means. I think it's probably still going to wipe either the 10th or the 14th. Those are my 2 days for the guesses on when wipe's going to be. So we still got a little bit at least. But this is just my last day on this quest. Like, I'll finish this quest line out today. But I think everyone else, all the players will have plenty of time left to do it.